simple programming of the mind. If I can't feel it, it's not here. Meaning I have to either imagine it or it doesn't exist at all. In real-time experience, this is in a way how we are not responding, because it's not felt. At the same time, we've been saying for months, years, that you are the peace in a way. The peace is part of that which is able to feel anything. So if the peace was, this great universal source of peace was imperceivable, meaning we can't feel it, then where is it? Let's say that absolutely everything that we feel is in our consciousness or awareness. Yes? You look at the far distant horizon with your physical eyes, it's inside you, because you're seeing it. Right? You feel the most unique combination of feelings, whatever that is in any given moment, because every moment gives a unique combination of feelings of being here. But you don't feel peace, so where did the peace go then? Outside of perception? That's not possible, because if we accept that peace is part of our perception, or is it possible? It depends what we mean by perception. What's imperceivable? What is really, at the core, not perceivable? What can't perceive itself?
What one is, what can't perceive itself.
Exactly. The one who is perceiving, the one who is conscious, can't, at the same time, look at itself. It can get a reflection of itself, it can get a feeling of itself, it can get an aspect of itself, maybe a non-peaceful aspect of itself, but the one which is, in the first instance, at the source of seeing, can't see itself seeing. It's like the eyeball cannot see itself seeing. So when we talk about the power of the imperceivable, we're not talking about something which is outside, over there, away, over the edge of consciousness. We're talking about the movement really, really, really to the place where there is no longer a need for impressions and sensations and feelings. You know, we look for loving relationships. Within this search for loving relationships is a drive towards unity. If we were to become wholly and totally one with our beloved, would we see them anymore? Or would we begin a new search as the one for more beloved?
You're talking all the time about to perceive the one you perceive. And what process?
This is the way inside. So in our habitual state, here I am feeling peace. I'm feeling peace. So I could say, okay, I felt peace, yeah, that's it. So here I am feeling peace. So the open question is this also felt, this feeling of peace? The next question is, and now the peace is no longer relevant because there's something really alive happening. What is it to feel the feeling of feeling in itself? What is this ability to feel? And what is able
To feel.
to feel at all. It's a direct route backwards, it's not an end point. At a certain stage, the whole... It's so powerful that at a certain stage there is either a diffusion or a sense of spaciousness, spacelessness, or timelessness, or just alive nothingness, possibly. Or experience comes forward, like a really strong feeling of peace, or love, or something comes forward because it activates. And then what we tend to do normally is go for the activation, because this is a form, this we can hold, I've got this experience, So this says something, I'm safe. Who's safe? The experience was thrown out by accessing the depth of who you are, which is the safest place on earth. It's just not private anymore. And fears get activated because in that, there's an old fear that form can collapse. We can lose our basic forms of mind, which need to evolve gently, softly, in a different time layer. So there can be a kind of whiplash of fear, not in the classical fear sense, but literally from the body of keep form. Sort of very peaceful movement, by the way. To move into its own gentle, organic evolution. But it becomes free to do so. And it's not that slow when it's free. That the different physical, mental layers attune into a deeper, more natural harmony. So the peace is always here is always a sentence that we can repeat often. And perhaps most important is it's not there, it's here, 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 wherever we're looking, it's here. It's always here because we're always here. And it's not separate from us, just as another person is not separate from us. At the baseline, as you said, the baseline. Why would we ignore the baseline? Why would we think that's not important, but all the different manifestations of the baseline matter, and their reality, but the baseline, well, we go for the baselines, and peace is one of the baselines. It looks like surrender. But we're surrendering into who we are. Which could be said in a different way as reunion. Reuniting part of ourselves, the beloved, which is one aspect of ourselves, with the big beloved, which is who we are. And taking this one and reuniting it with an even wider beloved. It's releasing the tendency to believe that separation is the truth, the end point. For the short-term fix it gives us in safety, which is not a big fix at all. It's not a safety. It's a ticking bomb of fear to take separation as truth. So the peace meditation this time, I think it's nice, maybe, and appropriate to use the element of water. To use the element of water, as we've just been talking about life and contemplating life, to take just one of the elements, which is critical to life, which is water. Water is constantly transforming states, from frozen to liquid, in which it looks very alive, to steam, to cloud, to rain again. And yet, no one water molecule is separate from water, even if it's on the other side of the universe. it's water. And in this sense, water, although it seems to be in a constant process of transformation, is at the same time, there is a stillness of water. It's very, very still. It's not moving at all. Just one molecule of water isn't separate and isn't moving at the same time that it can be diffused across the physical universe and in constant movement and transformation. So we started at the ID. It's a quick meditation, so let's not linger too long in any one place. Move down to the bases of the body. Allow ourselves to move up to the first depression.
When you say basis of the body, what do you mean?
So the ass on the chair,
okay.
the physical matter, body,
Yeah.
full of water.
Yeah. Full of water.
Move up to the first depression point. Yeah. Imagine, visualize, experience running water, either in the sound of running water, the atmosphere of running water, like a waterfall, over and through the first depression point.
Waterfall.
Falling water, well, yeah, gravity water is, no, but locally, over the first depression point, over the bottom of the sternum, a torrent of water. Don't follow the water, it's not possible, it's moving too fast. Feel it, feel the atmosphere of it, become aware of it. And in this, try, if it's possible, to be peace. This is after we've activated with the waterfall, just being peace. Being plus peace. I am peace. You don't need to stop the waterfall, it's with the waterfall. But it's with the one who's observing. From the place of awareness, the place of being.